Do you ever feel like you're constantly clearing your throat or battling a stuffy nose that just won't go away? Mucus buildup in your throat and sinuses can be uncomfortable, frustrating, and downright annoying. But what if I told you there's a simple, natural remedy that could help, one that you likely already have in your kitchen? Salt. Yes, something as basic as salt can do wonders for breaking down mucus, clearing your airways, and even fighting off bacteria and other microbes. It's a natural powerhouse that's been used for centuries for its cleansing and healing properties. Today, we're diving into how salt can be your go-to solution for stubborn mucus. Stick with me for easy, practical tips you can start using right now to breathe and feel better. Let's get started. How salt works as a natural antimicrobial. Let's talk about why salt is such a powerhouse when it comes to clearing mucus and fighting off unwanted microbes. Salt has been used for centuries as a natural preservative because it's incredibly effective at stopping the growth of bacteria, fungi, yeast, and mold. Ever wonder how raw meat stays safe when it's cured with salt, or how sauerkraut stabilizes during fermentation? It's all about salt's ability to dehydrate microbes. Here's how it works. Salt creates an environment where water moves out of microbial cells. Without enough water to survive, these cells shrivel up and die. That's why salt is often referred to as a natural antimicrobial. It literally dries out and eliminates harmful invaders. But the benefits of salt don't stop there. It's also fantastic for thinning mucus. If you've ever dealt with thick, stubborn mucus that just won't budge, salt can be a game changer. When salt interacts with mucus, it draws water out, breaking down the sticky consistency and making it much easier to expel from your throat, sinuses, or wherever it's causing trouble. This dual action, killing microbes and thinning mucus, makes salt an incredibly versatile remedy. Whether you're dealing with a sinus infection, a post-nasal drip, or just that annoying tickle in your throat, salt can help you breathe easier and feel better naturally. And the best part? It's simple, affordable, and accessible. Nature's remedy, right at your fingertips. Common sources of mucus buildup. Let's take a closer look at where mucus buildup actually comes from, because understanding the root cause is key to finding lasting relief. Mucus might seem like a minor annoyance, but it's your body's way of protecting itself, and it can come from several surprising sources. First, your sinuses are a common culprit. If you have postnasal drip, that's mucus produced in the sinuses trickling down into the back of your throat. This can lead to constant throat clearing or that lump in the throat sensation. Next, your inner ears can be involved. The eustachian tubes, which connect the ears to the throat, can become clogged with mucus during infections or allergies. If you've ever felt a buildup of pressure in your ears that seems to affect your throat, this is likely the cause. Your tonsils also play a role. These immune glands in the back of your throat can swell and produce mucus as they fight off infections. While they're doing their job, the excess mucus can cause discomfort. Another potential source? Acid reflux. Stomach acid can irritate your esophagus, prompting your body to produce mucus to soothe the lining. If you have heartburn or other digestive symptoms, this might be the root issue. Lastly, your lungs can generate excess mucus during respiratory infections, like bronchitis or pneumonia, which can travel up to the throat. Simply targeting mucus itself isn't enough. You need to address the underlying cause, whether it's a sinus infection, an ear issue, acid reflux, or something else. Once you identify the source, you can take targeted steps to clear mucus and prevent it from returning, giving you real, lasting relief. Simple salt water remedies. When it comes to clearing mucus and soothing your throat, salt water is one of the simplest, most effective remedies you can try. It's inexpensive, natural, and incredibly easy to use. Let's break it down into practical steps. Gargling with salt water. This is a classic remedy for a reason. Start by dissolving 1 teaspoon of sea salt in a glass of warm water. Warm water is key because it helps the salt dissolve evenly and feels soothing on your throat. Once your solution is ready, take a sip and gargle thoroughly. Make sure the solution reaches the back of your throat and tonsils, where mucus often builds up. Gargling not only helps loosen thick mucus, but also kills bacteria and reduces inflammation. Do this 2 to 3 times a day for noticeable relief. Drinking salt water. If you're dealing with stubborn mucus or want to give your immune system a little boost, try drinking salt water. The same recipe applies. Dissolve 1 teaspoon of sea salt in warm water. By drinking it, you're allowing the salt to interact with your body's internal systems, not just your throat. Salt water can help regulate your autonomic nervous system, which controls your body's fight-or-flight response, promoting better balance and resilience. Plus, it aids in flushing out toxins and improving hydration at the cellular level. Optional additive, apple cider vinegar. For an extra antimicrobial punch, consider adding 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to your salt water solution. Apple cider vinegar works by altering the pH in your throat, creating an environment that's hostile to bacteria and other microbes. Just make sure to dilute it properly to avoid irritation, especially if your throat is already sore. The combination of salt and apple cider vinegar not only thins mucus, but also helps reduce inflammation and supports your body's natural healing process. Simple yet powerful, these salt water remedies are easy to incorporate into your daily routine for quick and effective relief. Give them a try, you'll feel the difference. Using a Neti pot for nasal irrigation. If you've been dealing with constant nasal congestion or post-nasal drip, a Neti pot might be your new best friend. This simple tool has been used for centuries to gently cleanse the sinuses and provide much-needed relief from mucus buildup. Here's how it works. Fill the Neti pot with a saline solution. You can make your own by dissolving a teaspoon of sea salt in warm, sterile water or use a pre-mixed saline packet for convenience. Once it's ready, tilt your head slightly to one side over a sink. Place the spout of the Neti pot into one nostril, allowing the solution to flow through your sinuses and exit the opposite nostril. Switch sides and repeat. This gentle irrigation helps to flush out excess mucus, allergens, and even fungal spores that may be causing discomfort. It's especially effective for clearing up post-nasal drip, reducing sinus pressure, and alleviating sinus issues related to mold or fungal infections. While the Neti pot is highly effective, it's important to use it wisely. Overuse can disrupt the healthy bacteria in your nasal passages, which act as your body's natural defense against harmful microbes. A good rule of thumb is to use it once daily when symptoms are severe, and taper off as your sinuses clear up. With regular, mindful use, a Neti pot can be an incredibly soothing and effective way to breathe easier and feel better naturally. Humidifiers and halotherapy for respiratory relief. If you're looking for a soothing way to relieve mucus and breathe easier, humidifiers and halotherapy might be the perfect solutions for you. They're simple yet highly effective options for respiratory support. Let's start with humidifiers. By adding salt water to your humidifier, you can create a moist environment that keeps your airways hydrated and helps loosen mucus while you sleep. The salt particles in the vapor also have natural antimicrobial properties, gently cleansing your nasal passages and throat as you breathe. This is especially helpful if dry air or seasonal changes are making your symptoms worse. Simply let the humidifier run overnight and wake up feeling clearer and more comfortable. For a more immersive experience, consider halotherapy, also known as salt therapy. One popular option is visiting salt caves, specially designed spaces where you relax and breathe in air infused with fine salt particles. The experience is not only calming, but also great for clearing your airways. If salt caves aren't accessible, you can try halotherapy machines at home. These devices emit dry salt particles into the air, offering a similar cleansing effect. Both methods are gentle, natural, and a wonderful addition to your routine for lasting respiratory relief. Give them a try, you'll breathe easier in no time. Ear infection remedies using salt. Ear infections can be incredibly uncomfortable, especially when they lead to mucus buildup in the throat through the eustachian tubes. Luckily, natural remedies using salt can help clear the mucus and fight infection without harsh chemicals. One effective method is applying 4 to 5 drops of diluted salt water into each ear. To prepare the solution, dissolve a teaspoon of sea salt in warm, sterile water. Use a dropper to gently place the drops in your ear, letting the solution sit for a moment before tilting your head to drain it out. The salt works to thin mucus and kill microbes, providing soothing relief. If you're looking for an alternative, diluted apple cider vinegar can be another great option. Mix a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar with a glass of water and apply it in the same way. The vinegar helps by altering the pH in your ear, creating an environment that's inhospitable to bacteria and fungi. For a more targeted approach, try garlic oil, known for its natural antimicrobial properties. Just a single drop in each ear can help combat the infection. These simple remedies are gentle, natural, and highly effective at addressing ear-related mucus buildup. Always use sterile tools and consult a professional if symptoms persist. Addressing acid reflux and digestive issues. Did you know that acid reflux could be the hidden culprit behind your throat mucus? When stomach acid flows back into your esophagus, it can irritate the lining and trigger your body to produce extra mucus as a protective response. This mucus often feels like it's stuck in your throat, leading to constant clearing or discomfort. What's important is identifying whether acid reflux is the actual source of your mucus. While symptoms like heartburn, indigestion, or a burning sensation in the chest are classic signs, some cases of reflux are silent, meaning you might only notice the mucus and not the typical digestive discomfort. Understanding the root cause is crucial. Treating mucus alone won't help if the real issue is reflux. Once you pinpoint the source, you can explore targeted solutions like dietary changes or remedies for reflux, which will naturally reduce mucus and provide lasting relief. The role of vitamin D in mucus and immunity. Vitamin D plays a surprisingly important role in your respiratory health and immunity, and a deficiency could be contributing to chronic mucus buildup. Studies have shown a strong link between low levels of vitamin D and respiratory issues like sinus infections, swollen tonsils, and even frequent ear infections. That's because vitamin D is crucial for maintaining a strong immune system. Its receptors are found in nearly every immune cell in your body, helping them fight off infections more effectively. For managing mucus and boosting your overall health, maintaining adequate vitamin D levels is essential. For general maintenance, a daily dose of 20,000 IU can help keep your immune system strong. If you're dealing with an acute issue, a high-dose regimen of 50,000 IU once a week acts like a shotgun approach, delivering a quick boost to speed up recovery. Beyond helping with mucus and respiratory health, vitamin D is a powerhouse for overall immunity. It reduces inflammation, enhances your body's ability to combat viruses and bacteria, and supports healthy cellular function. By addressing any deficiencies, you're not only targeting the root cause of persistent mucus, but also giving your body the tools it needs to stay healthy and resilient. Practical tips for effective results. To get the best results from salt-based remedies, a few simple but important tips can make all the difference. Choose high-quality salts. Always opt for natural, unprocessed salts like Himalayan sea salt or rock salt. These are free from harmful additives and retain beneficial minerals. Avoid refined table salt, as it often contains anti-caking agents and other chemicals that can irritate your system. Stay warm and cozy. Your body's natural immune response, like generating a slight fever, can help fight infections. Bundle up when you're at home, especially if you're dealing with respiratory issues. This added warmth can speed up recovery and make salt remedies even more effective. Adjust remedy frequency. Tailor your approach based on how severe your symptoms are. For acute issues, use saltwater gargles or a neti pot daily. For maintenance or milder symptoms, alternate days might be sufficient to keep mucus and microbes under control. By following these practical tips, you'll not only enhance the effectiveness of salt remedies, but also support your body's natural healing process. It's all about working smarter, not harder, to feel better fast. Salt is a simple yet powerful natural remedy for clearing mucus and fighting infections. Its antimicrobial properties help kill bacteria, fungi, and other microbes, while its ability to thin mucus makes it easier to expel. Whether you're gargling salt water, using a neti pot, or trying halotherapy, these remedies can provide quick, effective relief for throat and sinus issues. Before jumping to medical interventions, give these natural approaches a try. They're affordable, easy to use, and free from harsh chemicals. Plus, they work alongside your body's natural defenses to promote healing. These practical solutions, you're just steps away from feeling clearer and more comfortable. Take charge of your health naturally, you've got this.